Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew Ibarra, and I quickly wanted to showcase the updates for enterprise policy as code that happened a few days ago with the release of v11. So on our homepage, you'll notice the core differences and core updates that took place since v11 has came out. Starting with the new modern look, we did update the way that the CLI is outputting information for the majority of the EPAC commands. I'll throw up a screenshot of the legacy versus the new modern approach. If you've been using EPAC for a while, you might have noticed it. We're essentially trying to aim for a more simple and condensed approach as far as what's being generated for the CLI. Likewise, we now support a theme file, so you'll find documentation in the description down below and on our website for creating personal themes and outputs for your EPAC instance, such as changing the color text or maybe adding custom emojis. And just to quickly showcase what my personal instance of EPAC looks like, I have it so it's more vibrant and easily identifiable whenever warnings are being thrown, or maybe updates or deletions of policies or role assignments. Just so, again, it's easier for me to identify changes as the CLI is outputting information towards me throughout EPAC. I'm not going to be prioritizing creating a video on this, but if you do want me to create a video, leave it down in the comments down below. There's additional videos which I'm about to jump to that are more important and that have been requested. Likewise, the changes for Azure Lighthouse were rather significant with the update with version 11, particularly in the global settings configurations. We've now simplified the way that you identify that you're trying to deploy to an Azure Lighthouse subscription, as well as add a new functionality for different use cases, such as deploying Azure policies into a Lighthouse subscription and having that policy right back to your tenant and managing role assignments. It's rather complex, so we will be creating a dedicated video for Lighthouse deployments for EPAC, here being released hopefully in the next coming weeks. And last, we did update the ALZ Sync process as we're working closer and closer to simplifying it and make it more customizable. We now have functionality to ignore archetypes, add custom management groups, add modified parameters for individual assignments, as well as we did add a schema file to help you identify if there's any misconfigurations or anything you're missing from your structure file. With that being said, I do quickly want to showcase the upcoming YouTube videos that we have planned, starting with this week for the custom policies, custom policy sets, and policy assignments that we are going to be deploying through EPAC, as well as exemptions. So some of the core functionality, those videos will be created and released this week. I was waiting for the release of v11. Likewise, we'll be creating videos on deploying the Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark v2, which was released last week in public preview, as well as other regulatory compliance policies like NIST and CIS, and the best practice for doing that through enterprise policy as code. Likewise, the hydration kit, AMBA, and ALZ videos will be created by the team members of EPAC that develop that functionality. So I'll have them create the video since they're more familiar with the way that you should be best using it and the different functionality of using the hydration kit or the AMBA sync process or ALZ sync process, depending on your scenario. And likewise, I also want to call out that we'll be creating dedicated videos for deployments of EPAC through Azure DevOps, GitLab, and GitHub. So walking you through setting it up for the very first time, the different configurations and best practices. And I want to wrap up by quickly giving a shout out to everybody that's been leaving a comment on our videos, as well as GitHub issues. We've been seeing and listening to all the different feedback. Particularly, I want to give a shout out to everybody that left a GitHub issue pending the release of v11. There was a small bug that was found that we were easily able to identify because of the community leaving us feedback, as well as able to get you a quick fix within, I think it was an hour or two since the ticket was open. So thank you so much for everybody that's been leaving comments. If there's anything missing or additional that you want to see, let us know in the comments down below. I look forward to seeing you in the videos. Thank you.